guys, welcome to Gulf Coast Motorworks. My name is Cass Levinson. There's no doubt that now is the best time to love cars. With all of the advancements happening in the industry, cars are getting faster and faster. And one of the companies on top right now is McLaren. Next to me we have a 2017 McLaren 570S. It's got a 3.8 liter twin turbo V8 producing 562 horsepower, which of course McLarens do underrate their cars from the factory, so it is indeed making more than that, well over 600 horsepower. Go to 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds.
I get it, guys. McLaren's are cool, but I brought a Lamborghini to the table. 602 horsepower, all-wheel drive, naturally aspirated V10, no turbos. So what do you think?
It's cute. How much torque does yours have? 442. This is 443, which is more.
But mine sounds better.
Sounds better. Let's go for a ride.
All right, let's go.
Eric, why aren't the doors going up?
They go out like this.
They don't go up?
No.
So they're saying these doors go out like this, not like this.
Yes,
not like this.
Just get in the car.
They go out like
just
normal?
get in the car.
God.
Now that we're on the Huracan, we're just cruising. It's pretty cool that you can be an automatic and just roll down the road like it's any other daily driver. But then you have these three little guys up here, Strada, Sport, and Corsa, which Corsa is my favorite. And down here, we can press the M button. Now we're back into manual. Just still kind of quiet because we're in Strada. When I hit it into Sport, it starts to get a little louder. You can start to hear the crackle.
It does sound amazing. I mean, that is the trade-off that you get with a naturally aspirated car, I suppose. It's a higher revving engine, a better sounding exhaust.
And don't remember the technology too that we've got now. I have navigation next to my RPMs.
This is very Audi derived as well, so I will agree, everything works how it's supposed to work. So you're in sport mode. Does it crackle more in sport mode than Corsa? Or does Corsa pop more?
I've noticed that sport seems like it crackles just as much as Corsa. Corsa just turns everything off and just lets you have a heyday. It lets the bull out. I think everybody's watched that. Now we'll say McLarens aren't cool, but you got turbo lag, which just has none of that.
I mean, to be fair, you are right about that. McLaren does have some turbo lag, but many people, including myself, find that enjoyable. You know, I like the whole fact that you have to hold on when you press the gas pedal because you don't know what's going to happen. This is very predictable in the opposite sense, which in some ways, some people don't like that. Some people do like that, so it just depends on what you're kind of going for. But the McLaren does have turbo lag, yes, but it's not that bad.
What was your torque?
443?
442.
That's worse.
I don't think it's that much worse. I think now it's time for you to prove your point.
Alright. My Huracan, it won't be missed. I'm going to turn Eric into a McLaren lover. So, first impressions of the cabin. What do you think?
I mean, I guess I like the navigation spot. I'm a big thing for navigation. That's kind of cool.
In a car like this, it don't matter. But the iris system in this car is pretty spot on. And with, you know, a quarter throttle, you can already hear the turbos kicking in. Something the Huracan doesn't have, but to be fair, the sound of this does not match the Huracan.
The interior is kind of cool. I like the dash layout.
Dash is nice. It's got that Bowers & Wilkins sound system in it, with that little speaker up here, which I quite like. You know,
I noticed you've got a lot of modes down here too.
Yeah, so McLaren, to activate any kind of sport or track mode or whatever you want, normal mode, you have to hit active first. You can change the suspension, you can change the steering. It goes way more in depth than a lot of cars do. So the 570S does not have the traditional McLaren suspension setup. So in most McLarens, the suspension is set up to where the wheels are all independent of each other, which means that if one wheel goes over a bump, the others don't feel it. This is not the case in this car. The 570S is the sport, entry-level sport series car, and it's meant to give a more raw kind of sports car feeling. So that was a very high number.
Say that was pretty impressive.
There's also rear-wheel drive.
You stuck on the Lamborghini, I'm telling you.
So acceleration,
it does have power.
Yes. So the acceleration of this car is pretty immense. Rated at 562 horsepower from the factory, but of course we all know the McLaren, for whatever reason, they underrate their cars from the factory. So this actually hasn't been dynoed to be making more than 600 horsepower. One more thing about McLaren is that the paddles, which are on the steering wheel, actually operate in both directions. So say you want to downshift, say you're eating a donut, right, on your way to your meeting in the morning. You want to downshift, you can simply press the right trigger instead. So you can basically drive this car with one hand if you want. Yeah, most cars don't have that, you know. Another thing about this car is you can see out.
It does have good visibility.
You can't say that about most exotics, unfortunately, but this does have good visibility. You can see out, no blind spots whatsoever. But what do you think of the exhaust?
It does sound pretty good. It doesn't have that crackle, but it does have that boost induction going on in there, like really pushing the sound through. So I'll give it that. It probably does sound a little better from outside too. I have to say, I'm actually quite impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Brief sum up, because all due respect, I mean, I love the Lambo for the looks and for the sound, but the speed of the McLaren is so hard to, it's so hard to overcome.
You have to say that the boost was definitely growing on me.
The boost? Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, the engine was growing on me as well because it's so linear. People will respect both cars. It just depends on the type of buyer that you are and the type of driver that you are. So I guess that sums it up. Thank you guys for watching as always. Be sure to visit our website, gulfcoastmotorworks.com, to see all the cars in our inventory, including these two beautiful cars behind us. So we'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.